Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Or good evening to our wonderful listeners.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Max, and we are your host of Queer the Roster.
Strap on.
And strap in. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about queer nightlife.
This episode is extra special because, as you can see, we are not in our beautiful set. We are in the pump room at Maya, located in the gorgeous gay village.
You know, drag queens, pop divas, anyone who's anyone has been on this stage that we are on here, so that's why they invited us here.
Including the brat herself, Charlie XCX. She had a dinner reservation here before her co-op debut.
Ooh, we were there, weren't we? Every Thursday, Maya hosts a free underground burlesque and cabaret evening called My Oh Maya, what a name, showcasing drag stars Eden Binks and Giselle.
And every Friday, it's Dirty Fridays with Banksy. RuPaul's Drag Race star Banksy takes over this pump room with a weekly cabaret that's fierce, filthy, and full throttle. Grab a number 3 gin martini, get comfy, and get dirty.
Ooh, we won't be missing that, will we? And to wrap up the weekend, on Sundays, Maya hosts an evening with Eden Binks on piano and RuPaul's Drag Race star Viola on violin.
An intimate night with live music, stripped-back takes on iconic songs, blending piano, violin, and vocals for a relaxed, elegant, queer lounge kind of vibe.
Ooh. And because we're in the bougie and beautiful location, we thought it would be best for our dress code to be...
Low light luxury. Max, take me through your outfit.
So I've got some boots, the house down, Houston I'm deceased on. They're a little bit messy, but they're lived in. They're loved in. I've got some nice brown flares. Love me a good pair of flares, which come up nice, high-waisted, with a belt and this nice sheer.
The shirt is
pattern
amazing,
shirt,
a little bit
yes.
sheer.
Love it. It's sticking a little bit to the pump behind me, like Velcro, but we're going to get through it. Tell me about your outfit, Emily.
So I was inspired by our bougie trip to Berlin. I've also got boots down, Houston I'm deceased, in black. A dress that I turned into a maxi skirt, little cinched black shapewear vest, some jewellery, hair did, earrings on, ready to take the nightlife.
Here we are looking slay in the pump room at Maya.
Ready to get pumped.
I hope.
So for anyone that hasn't been to Manchester, Max, what is the wonder that is Gay Village?
It's an area in the city centre that is centralled around Canal Street, and it is and sort of has always been the gay community hotspot. It's always been the place that's had the queer spaces, queer clubs, queer bars,
Queer gyms,
all those kind of things. And it has a very deep-rooted history with the LGBTQ community and why it is where it is. I have always had nights out here, ever since I was a little twinkle. You know, it's really shaped who I am and my comfortability and my queerness in having a space like this.
A large space as well.
A very, very large space like this. You know, it's... When you think about it, Manchester is one of the queerest cities in the world because of this gay village. So many cities don't have any sort of queer spaces. If they do, it's on much smaller scales than this. They usually there might be a queer club that end of the city and spread out to the opposite end of the city, whereas this is very much all in one space and it's known. Manchester Pride has always been a thing since the 80s. It's been a very big Pride event. We're very fortunate this year that it's going to be community-led once again. Very proud of all the people that are doing that. So having Canal Street, having the gay village, really shaped me as a queer person because it instantly gave me those safe spaces and the places that I could really express myself, get to know myself, meet other people in the community. I wouldn't be the queer person I am without Manchester's gay village. I feel very, very lucky to have grown up here.
I mean, coming from Bristol to Gay Village was just eye-opening. I was in awe. There's one gay club in Bristol, OMG, that I'd never been to. It's quite a hen night spot as well. But to have so many bars, clubs, cafes, all in one spot, it's beautiful.
I know that Liverpool's got Gay Town. London is a bit more spread out, but areas like Soho, there's a lot of queer prevalence and things like that. But you know, the gay village, the way it is in Manchester, it's so unique. It's so special.
So obviously being from Manchester, your first night in gay village, I'm assuming, was as soon as you turned 18.
Yep.
Tell me all about it.
Well, I remember going to a different bar first, and I was with my first boyfriend at the time. That we came to Canal Street, and we wanted to go in GAY because that used to be the place to be. And they didn't let us in because it was regulars only.
Regulars?
Which, yeah, they used to do that for quite a few years. It was regulars only. It's like, well, how do you become a regular if you don't go enough? But they usually let people in on different nights. I think it was a Sunday. I think I had my first ever night out and came to the gay village on a Sunday. And anyway, we couldn't get in there, so we went in Bar Pop, of all places, and we had a little dance and a little sing. So it was a lot of fun. And the village just sort of became my go-to spot on a night out, you know. Being the person that I was back then, I didn't exactly feel comfortable in a lot of spaces. So having somewhere like the gay village meant a lot. It was where I always ended up. And eventually it led to me going out in the gay village maybe 3-4 times a week. It's
always live in gay village.
It's always live. It's always living. Everyone's always dancing and slaying. Not as much as they used to. But yeah, it was my second home.
Yeah.
I was out as much as I could be till early hours of the morning, going into clubs that are no longer there until 10 a.m. sometimes. Crazy.
The gay
Couldn't
village
do it
never
now.
sleeps.
Gets me to 1-2 a.m. I'm like, I need my bed. Getting old. Well, take me through your first night in Manchester's gay village.
I mean, you were there on my...
I was there. I remember it well.
There's a place, Brewers, Filthy Gorgeous. It was a Tuesday, my first night out.
Yes.
And the reason I love it is because it's themed. And that theme was traffic light. So you dress as, I don't think you could dress as anything. You had a sticker, red if you're taken, orange if it's complicated, and green if you're single.
What colour were you wearing?
I was wearing green. And we go down the stairs, we enter, and everybody's dancing. Everyone's got their traffic light cones on, so it's easy to spot who's single. So if you find someone fit, you just go up to them. And I kissed 2 girls that night, and I was having the best time. But it's funny because that same night I told you that I fancied my ex.
I remember that.
In the toilets.
In the toilet cubicle.
I saw them kissing somebody else and I took Max to the toilet and I said, I know I've kissed 2 other people, but I'm really jealous that they're kissing someone. So it was a beautiful experience. And my favourite part of the night, I love drag race, everything about it. And Filthy Gorgeous, every hour, at 12, 1 and 2, they have a drag show. They get everyone off the stage and there's like a 20-minute drag show. It was amazing.
They're always killing it there.
I've been on the stage as well. Were you there?
Oh my God,
what
yeah.
What did I do? I think I did the splits.
You did, yeah. One of the drag queens pulled you up and you were like, this is my moment.
And I made it my moment.
And you made it your moment. Yeah, you really took command of it. The drag queens probably were a bit like, why did we pull this girl up? Why does she have to steal the show?
Any excuse for my main moment. And also that first night, there's a pole on a booth by the toilet, and I climbed up it, started twerking and dancing on it.
On that pole. Yeah,
even the bouncer let me have my moment for a second
before pulling
and tapping me down.
Yeah.
And we recently went with my housemates' friends from home, and I did it again.
As you should.
You just got to take control of it, and everyone's like rooting for you. It's a really great space. Everyone's really friendly to one another. Everyone's chatty. Everyone just feels a bit more comfortable and there's no mask. I feel like when you go to certain bars and clubs, no one's dancing.
Oh my God,
no one's talking to each other. Maybe in the smokers, you ask someone for a lighter and you get some small menial conversation, but in the village, everyone's like, yes, love your outfit, love your makeup.
Yep.
You're queuing for the toilet. Hey, how you doing?
That's the thing about the queer community is we're so open and so welcome that, even if someone isn't necessarily a part of the queer community, they can still be welcomed into the space as long as they are respectful, of course. But do you think this nightlife, this queer scene, has helped you become more confident in your queerness?
Definitely. I mean, when I went to the gay village, I went full out, like my first night out. I went full out with my outfit, like proper baggy pink, like trousers, pink tops, like makeup. I mean, I had my bleach blonde hair at the time.
Oh, wow,
that
God,
was crazy
that was
in itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just don't really care what you look like, because I think there's a lot of uniqueness in being queer and in not trying to fit in to the system or to society. And that's the joy I find in being queer, is the freedom and that I don't give a F attitude, and people applauding and appreciating that amongst one another.
There's nothing like wearing a hot outfit and walking down Canal Street, because you are going to get compliments.
Yeah.
You're not going to get catcalled. You're going to get, oh my God,
You're gonna
slay.
get a finger,
You're going to get a finger. You're going to
yeah.
get all of that you want. Whereas walk down Deansgate in an outfit that's shown a little bit of leg.
Hawk's eyes from men.
Don't.
It's sad though, because, you know, I wish that people could take like the confidence that I feel like a lot of us queer people have and just take it into every aspect of their lives, how they dress, how they, you know, hold themselves. But yeah, it's a very welcoming space, and it definitely gave me, seeing other people and how other people dress and how other people held themselves, gave me more confidence in, no, I can, you know, walk out the house in all these colours and not be afraid to just be silly. Gave me some fearlessness, I'd say.
Fierce fearlessness. I like that.
I mean, would you say the same?
Absolutely. You know, having these spaces, having Canal Street, having the people who are here, it really enables you to think that I can wear what I want. I can be who I want. I don't have to hide any aspect of myself because all these other people are there. They're doing it too.
Courage in numbers, almost.
Absolutely. And it's so special to have almost a second family around you where everybody is so accepting, everybody is so welcoming. And like you said, you know, you see the things that people wear and you think, I can wear that. Or, you know, a lot of outfit inspiration you'll find in the village. And I'm like, oh.
Unique stuff I've never seen before.
Exactly.
Sheen and O'Polly could never.
Everyone goes all out. Doesn't matter what night of the week it is. And the best thing about the gay village is you truly get everyone from our community. Whatever letter of the alphabet mafia you are, you will find anyone and everyone from the queer community in Canal Street. There is someone for everyone. You are able to meet so many new people, make so many new friends, and find who you are supposed to find. And
it opens up that opportunity to have conversations with these people. If you're really struggling with who you are and your queerness, if you go out to the gay village or into a queer space, wherever you are, have conversations with these people who maybe are older, and they will give you confidence and advice on how to explore your queerness and how to be more confident day to day. It's beautiful. Everyone wants to help each other out and bring out the best in everyone.
Absolutely.
So it's amazing that we have this space for queer people, but obviously it's still an open space.
Yes.
How do you feel about straight people going out in the gay village?
It's a bit of a because yes, it is a space that everybody is welcome. However, especially over the past few years, I'm sure I'm not the only one to notice, there is a hell of a lot more straight people coming into the gay village. And I think the cause of that has been that a lot of women would come to the gay village as a means to avoid all the horrible straight men, which I do completely understand. But as a result of that, these men have realised that and have followed them here as well. There are some clubs who I don't go out as much as I used to, but I know back when I did, a lot of them had a sort of policy that if it was a big group of appearingly straight women, they wouldn't let them in. I know that some people have argued with queer venues that they don't let people in because they don't look gay enough, which there is an issue there in that.
Yeah.
But also the importance of trying to protect queer spaces does come down to, you know, how you dress, how you present yourself. If you might not look a certain way, they might not let you in. I think that it's sad to see us losing the safe spaces that we have.
Yeah.
And that there is such an influx of straight people coming into the village now. They have their reasons, not all of them good, but we do need to protect queer spaces for the queer community. But then it's the whole argument of, well, how do we do that? And it's a whole, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Because day to day, I'd say I dress stereotypically more straight. Or I've been told. Yeah. Well, that's the joy of fashion, just changing up every day. So I do get your point about the fine line of, oh, you can't come in, you don't look gay. And that can be very invalidating to someone that is gay.
I know that there's some clubs in London where that's the case, that people complain about not being let in because they don't look gay enough.
But I do agree with you on, especially the straight men coming over here, because their intentions coming over here are obviously to flirt with straight women.
Yeah.
And also, it's often the only place open on a weekday late at night. And I think
oh my God, yeah.
that's not the reason. It's just, they have no reason to go. You know, if you're here to appreciate, get talking to and make queer friends, amazing. But if you're here for the wrong reasons, that's when I have an issue. It's obviously an open space. If you are coming, be respectful, make some friends, and maybe you'll be inspired to dress more queer or be more flamboyant, be more yourself.
Yeah, the one thing that I have noticed sort of with some straight men is their ability to, you know, be more feminine and not be ashamed of it. Like there are more, I know that I always have nail polish on, I always have something on my nails, but I have noticed a lot more straight men who do it now because they feel much more comfortable with it because we've moved forward as a society, or they might dress more of a effeminate way and not really care.
Wear a tote bag.
Wear a tote bag, absolutely. And I think that there's such a good thing in that, but also I hate that you can't tell if they're queer or not as much as I used to be able to tell. Yeah. Maybe my gaydar's going off, who knows?
I noticed that queer clubs are a lot more sexual than other clubs. And I think it helped me become more confident in approaching women. And I'm very grateful for that.
There's much more of an openness to touch each other and kiss each other. And I think that is because they're the only spaces that we feel allowed to do that we feel safe to do that.
Maybe it's because of dating apps again, but I feel more approached in queer clubs than I do in any other club.
I think because you're more likely to make a safe assumption that that person in the queer club is also queer.
Yes.
And, you know, that's like going into the fear of wanting to approach someone and them not being queer. But I've been in one of the clubs along Canal Street, and it was me and a girl, and we're both queer, and we're in this club, and we're, you know, getting a bit hands-on with each
Heavy
other,
petting,
having a little kiss, and I felt a really sharp jab on my arm, and I turned around and it's this gay guy, and he's like, are you two straight? And I was like, no, we're both bi. He goes, okay, and then just like sort of runs off like, that's all okay. And I'm not gonna lie, the way that we appeared and the way that we were dressed, we did not look straight. But then again, a man and a woman kissing each other, God forbid. I can sort of understand the reaction, but also not.
Yeah.
It's like, this is our space too. We're both queer in a queer space. That's some pretty gay shit to go full circle.
Yeah. The lines are blurred. I
The
can
lines
hardly
are
see
blurred.
them.
I mean, when we talk about queer nightlife, we usually jump straight into the clubs, straight into the bars, but realistically, it is so much more than that. Do you think going out for dinner in the village feels different to going anywhere else?
To be honest, I haven't had a really bougie dinner in the gay village. I've been to Now's in campus.
Pizza, love.
Apart from the rainbow flags, I couldn't say it was more queer than going to dinner anywhere else. I don't think they're specific about hiring queer staff.
I mean, I've been to another really nice restaurant called Madre, which is in the village, and I was served by a queer staff member there. I was on a date there with another man in a queer space, and there's that extra level of comfort. And don't get me wrong, I am at a place in my life now where I can go anywhere with a partner of the same sex and not feel uncomfortable. You know, I'm at a point, not everybody is like that, unfortunately. But being in a queer space, it's just that extra level of home, of warmth, of comfort, which you don't get in other places. Yeah. And there are so many amazing restaurants in and around Manchester's gay village.
I need to go.
Maya, like here, they serve some amazing, amazing food. They do breakfast, they do lunch, they do dinners. Everyone said how delicious they are. And, you know, places like that, it's important to have more than just alcohol and drinks. Which
supporting queer businesses.
Exactly. You know, there's Richmond tea rooms. You've got lovely afternoon teas and all things like that. You've got McTuckies.
I have been there. I got some cheesy chips.
End of a night out, ending up at McTuckies. Yeah, I've been there I've not been for a while. They've done it up. Have you seen it?
No.
As you walk back, it looks extra bougie now. I'm not going to lie.
And even if you aren't queer, you can still support these spaces.
Absolutely.
You know, support your friends, family. Mm-hmm. There's many of us that still are ashamed in modern day. So if you can help your peers, support your local queer businesses, definitely do. Even if it's for a coffee.
And that's on period.
Do you think the Village still feels like a queer space or more like a nightlife brand now?
I think it still feels like a queer space. Mm-hmm. And I think that's because you walk down the street in daytime, any time of day. You have all the flags everywhere. You have all the colours of the rainbow everywhere. As soon as you get into the area, you know where you are, and everybody does.
You definitely have tourists and people coming to Manchester for the Gay Village, people that don't have such a big queer network of cafes, clubs, bars, definitely take holidays here, which is really nice. There
are some nice hotels in the Gay Village. Velvet is a great example of a really luxury hotel that we have in the Gay Village. And it's so nice that all the venue owners all know each other, all interact with each other, all care about collectively the village.
And the community.
And like I said earlier about Manchester Pride now being community-led once again. That is something that has been created by this community, by the bar owners, by the people who live here, whose livelihoods are here, who care so much about this place. And I'm very, very excited to see how different this year is compared to previous years.
It's the fact you had to pay for such an expensive wristband.
Like
it's
90 quid, if not more. It's absolutely ridiculous.
We don't need to pay to celebrate and be proud of our...
I understand paying to a degree because you're paying for the staff who are working, you're paying for the, cornering off the Gay Village, you're paying for the sort of service, the cleaning up, that kind of thing. But to the extent, I think the first Pride I went to was £30 for a full weekend, which I don't think that's unreasonable.
No, £15 a day, you pay that for entry
for the things that I've listed and what needs to be done. Completely understand. When you're talking 90 quid, £100 upwards, absolutely ridiculous. And to charge that much and not even pay your artists, do better.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they're gone now anyway. Bye.
I will say though, specifically on Halloween.
Oh, Gay's Holiday. Love.
Well, Gay's Holiday, but this Halloween, I saw a lot of straight people. Oh. And I think it's because people know that it's the Gay's Holiday and that the gays are going to be having a fabulous fun time. So they want to...
leech onto us.
Yeah, you've taken the word.
Suck our...
energy away.
Suck our energy away. Maybe they'll turn gay.
If you're here to turn gay, you should come. But if you're here, you should come literally. But in the pump room for a reason.
Come turn gay with us, yes. Come turn gay in the pump room.
So that's when I have a bit of an issue, especially being a nightlife brand. But overall, I think we stand strong.
As much as we've been talking about how amazing the Gay Village is and having these queer spaces and things like that, there is a severe lack of queer female spaces. How do you feel about that?
There used to be a spot.
There used to be one. There's still one. That's the thing. There's one.
Yeah. There's a lot of gay clubs. I mean, as women, we're always a bit marginalised, even in the queer community. So I think it would be much more beneficial if there was more than one, especially as young queer women. We want to find like-minded friends because, honestly, my housemate is a lesbian, and that's probably the only lesbian friend I have.
Yeah.
And I have been out in Gay Village, and I'm a chatty person. I've socialised. I've had friends, but even so, a lot of the women I meet on nights out are also bi and also a bit shy about their queerness, which is nothing wrong with that. But I think more female-led, only queer women spaces would, again, give more confidence to these women, bi, lesbian, whatever letter. And we just need to be a bit more equal.
Yeah, I was having this discussion with a few people a few months ago about this sort of issue in the queer community in the village. And even decades ago, it was that they'd have like the lesbian night once a month.
Yeah.
But then the queer space for the rest of the time would be for the men. And it's crazy that even in the queer community, it is still like secondary.
There are still divides in the queer community as well.
Yeah.
And it's still a bit feisty sometimes and a bit bitchy, which is a shame. You know, I don't know what the reasoning is for that. Because if you think about it, lesbian women helped so much with the AIDS crisis.
Oh my God, they were our helpers, our sisters. They were there when nobody else was.
Exactly. So I think it's important to remember the history and the help that queer women have given to everyone in the community. And I think to support that, it would be amazing if we could have more queer women spaces in Gay Village.
Absolutely.
So apart from the Gay Village, there's also quite a nice spot in Cheetham Hill.
Of all places.
DBA.
Yes, the Derby Brewery Arms. What a venue. What
Amazing.
a venue. For those who don't know, Cheetham Hill is a bit of a dodgy area, to say the least. It's right by Strangeways Prison in Manchester, also by an amazing climbing centre. But the DBA is an oasis for the queer community.
Queer raves specifically.
Yes. Oh my God. I have had some incredible nights at the DBA.
The music is just unmatched.
It pops off.
I went there this Halloween with my sister and my best mate, my other best mate. And I am a electronic girly, and the music they were playing was hard trance, hard techno, bouncy. Everybody's dancing and nobody's just bobbing up like this. Everyone's cutting shapes, voguing, getting low, getting high, dancing with each other. Everyone's dressed.
Everyone's dressed
the
immaculately in there. Another massive queer event that we have in Manchester every year is Homo Block.
Massive.
And it is huge. I didn't get to go this year. Still haven't gone. I've always had something on.
Again, expensive though. 50, 60 quid.
But it's also like, what are you're paying to be there and have that queer experience with the entire queer community. And every time I see the photos and that when I'm not there, I do get a little bit jealous. So this year we're going to be there. Queer the Roster and Homo Block.
Queer the Roster times Homo Block.
If you would like to sponsor us to go, please get in touch.
And you also have Homo Electric.
Homo Electric, yes. Oh my God, we went there.
What happened when I was there?
Oh, it was like, I know we've cancelled her now, Nicki Minaj, we don't like, but she got arrested in Amsterdam. We were supposed to be at that concert.
Oh my God, yes.
And then we went there instead because the concert got cancelled.
Forgot about that.
And that was a weird night.
Remember what happened that night?
Yeah, we ended up in the back rooms of Hidden.
Oh my God. I threw up on the floor, like by the tattoo studio.
It's when like, I knew where you were, but our friends didn't know. And they were running around like everywhere trying to find us. But
in the green, imagine the embarrassment in the green room with all the DJs. We're like, sorry, our friend's just throwing up in the toilet. Like, could have had some composure.
All because Nicki Minaj got arrested.
I blame Nicki.
Which, rightfully so, she should be arrested now for the views that she has and for supporting Donald Trump.
No longer.
We do not condone that behaviour or those views here.
Are you a Nicki fan? No. What's that?
It's the Homo Hotline.
Let's have a listen.
Hi, Queer the Roster. I'm Tiago. Just wanted to like give an ick that I just said to my mate Amelia. So one time I was seeing this guy, and then like it was for quite a while, for like a week and a half. But like it got to one day, and he turned, like we were cuddling, whatever, and he turned around and he was like, "I'm baby," and I was like, "Who the fuck? You're what? Like, what do you mean you're baby?" And then like that went on for quite a while because I thought he was just like being cute or whatever. And then, whenever he got horny, he was like, "I'm devil." I was like, what the fuck? Where am I? Who am I with? Send help. Release me.
Now I hope you escaped safely and securely and ran away.
Yeah, I think there's getting the ick and then there's that.
Psychopath behaviour.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I'm baby.
We're glad you got out of that and lived to tell us the tale. Thank you, Tiago, for calling into the Homo Hotline.
Any advice if that happened to you?
Oh, get straight out, Dodge.
I would just laugh and be like, ha ha ha, you're funny.
Ha 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 ha. Sorry, I forgot to feed my hamster that I don't have. I need to leave. Any excuse to get out. Yeah. Text a friend. Emergency call me now.
That's a good time to have an excuse. A
Yes.
made up excuse.
Yes.
But there's nothing wrong with being called baby. I don't mind baby, babe. But saying I'm baby in a way that you want to be little spoon, especially if it's couple dates in, maybe people get too comfortable too quickly.
Some people definitely do. Oh my God, yeah. But
thank you, Tiago.
Thank you, Tiago, for calling us in and sharing your pain with us.
And now it is time for our queries. Max, have you got any?
Yes, we had one sent in, which is quite an interesting one. Is how do you tell if someone's cool or queer?
Oh, that is quite hard.
I've had that struggle,
especially with
times.
The blending of fashion now. A lot of straight people are taking inspiration from queer fashion. I know carabiners and keys. I've seen a lot of them on men with baggy jeans.
That's not for
and
the
tote
men,
bags.
it's for the willower.
All the lesbians started that trend. And the jorts as well.
Jorts. I love me a pair of jorts, can't lie.
And it's fine. We're not saying people can't dress like this.
But it's so hard to tell if they're queer or not. And I don't want to be going up and hitting on someone for them to be like, oh, I'm straight. No. Why are you wearing that then?
It goes back to starting the conversation friendly.
Yes.
Asking how their day's going, complimenting. You can compliment someone and it not be romantic or sexual. And it's about assessing the vibe. If they're looking at you in the eyes.
Eye contact.
If they're complimenting you back. If there's a bit of sexual tension pause, then you can up the flirtation station. I just love, my favourite line is, oh, I've got to go now, but can I get your number?
That's your favourite line.
Because if they say no, I'm already leaving the conversation.
Fair enough.
My friend's waving me over there. I've got to go, but can I get your number?
Okay.
I've got to go back into work. I don't know. It's a good little getaway
A getaway card, yeah.
How about you? Any advice for spotting the difference between queer or cool?
God, no, I'm terrible at it. I always am like, unsure. But I think, like what you just said, starting a conversation and assessing the vibe, it's all about the sort of eye contact and the looks that you're giving each other, which are, I'd say, the biggest sort of giveaway. Indication, yeah. But at the end of the day, I think it's better to go for it and be wrong than to regret not going for it at all.
What's really going to happen if you get rejected? You're not going to die. You're not going to feel any physical pain.
We hope.
I mean, take it back to Berlin. We were in a queer sex club.
Oh, yeah.
And the men in there weren't gay.
Oh, my God, yeah. They were, like, wearing jock straps and they were straight. And I was like, this is my culture. This is my
Why
culture.
won't you kiss me?
Yeah, but then we were in another club and there was a guy that I thought was really hot. And he walked past, and I'd had a few drinks at this point, so that always helps with the courage. And I just went into his ear as he walked past, and I said, "You are absolutely good." Oh, what did I say? It was like,
Intimidatingly?
No, I didn't use that line. I used that another time. I was like, "You're so incredibly hot. What's your name?" And then like he just kind of melted a bit that I'd been that bold and said that, and then yeah.
Was he gay?
He was gay. Thank God.
I've got another query.
T.
I've got someone who's just come to Manchester from university, a queer person, and they want to know where's the best first place to go out in Gay Village.
Well, on a Thursday night, you've got My Oh Maya down here in the Pump Room with the Burlesque and Cabaret show, which is an incredible night to go to, which is also free to get in.
As a student.
As a student, of course. If you want a student vibe, you've got Filthy Gorgeous on a Tuesday at the Brewers. If you want good music, good vibes most nights of the week, Via is a good shout. They always have drag queens and performers on the stage as well.
On Bar's also good. They've got a downstairs with a DJ decks, a couple other floors with floral decoration, fabulous long mirrors.
But this is the thing, look at us, we're listing all these amazing different kind of places. The
There's
options
so many.
are all yours.
Walk down Canal Street and just float in between all of them.
You can honestly go without a plan, just that you're going to come to the village, walk down the street, you'll find somewhere. You'll find friends, you'll find everything you need in Manchester's gay village. And I think that brings us to the end of our episode.
4th episode.
Queer Nightlife. We would like to thank Maya so much for bringing us here and having us in. We've had such an amazing time. I mean, this space is incredible. Like, you need to come in here and see it. You need to come to Maya and see this space.
And listeners, you better come and see it on YouTube.
Yes, come give us a watch so you can see how fabulous we look in this fabulous space.
Next week, we'll be back in our beautiful studio discussing everything relationships.
Oh, that's going to be a juicy one.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Max, and we have been your host of Queer the Roster.
Keep your heels high.
And your standards even higher.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.